Right, now that I've made a couple passes here, I just wanted to stop and kind of show you the even distribution. So you can see kind of all the seed evenly put out there. And I'm going to go a little bit heavier yet than this, but as you can see, there's no piles anywhere. Everything's looking even and nice, and that's exactly what we want. Alright, here's what I'm left with after putting down the seed. Of course, I'll get down and show you a better view here in a second, but I just want to show you a top. Our next process is one that can get a little bit messy, but it's one that in my experience has been very helpful when I've been doing overseeding projects or seeding in general, and that is adding some peat moss on top of here. Now we want a light layer on here to just kind of hold on some moisture, make sure we cover up the seed so it doesn't get as disturbed from rainstorms and birds and things like that. But it specifically helps a lot with just holding on to that moisture there on the top of the surface. It's still going to be hot here coming up, it looks like. It's going to help me a little bit to cover up that seed and not let it dry out as easily from the sun. So I just picked up whatever you can get at the store, nothing special here, and then we'll start spreading it and I'll kind of show you how I do it. I got started here to make sure that my method was still going to work for what I'm doing this time, but so if you have a small area like I do, I prefer to just spread this out by hand, and of course it is going to take a while, that's for sure, but I feel like I get a little bit better coverage and even coverage when I kind of put it down by hand. So I just kind of grab it in my hands and kind of shake it out like this as I'm putting it onto the ground, and it's a very fine material. So you can kind of just use that as a shaker, put it down on your soil there, and it feels like it gives a very even layer to me. Now if you had a big yard, you'd probably be resorting to maybe looking into a peat moss spreader. They do make those. And then otherwise you could probably just dump this out onto the yard in piles and rake it around as best as you could. But since I have everything leveled as good as I can right now, and I don't really want to disturb anything by doing a bunch of raking again, I'm going to just continue by hand. Okay, well here's where we're at when, of course, Ryan runs out of peat moss. Or things running around, but we want to give it just a little bit of a good soaking here to start out, and then in the next video I'll explain a little bit more about my watering and how to do that part as well. So thanks so much for watching this today. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and we'll see you next time.